Have you ever wondered what caused the witch hunting craze from about the year 1500 to 1750? I can tell you that it was two books, Malleus Maleficarum, also known as Hammer of the Witches, printed in 1486, and the other was Demonology, printed in 1597 by none other than King James. Stick around and I will show you up close images inside of original copies of Malleus Maleficarum and Demonology. You will find out what exactly was said inside of these books that resulted in the deaths of tens of thousands of people accused of witchcraft. These four books are Malleus Maleficarum, copies of Malleus Maleficarum. These three are in the original Latin. Just a couple decades after the Gutenberg press, Malleus Maleficarum was first printed, and it went through about 30 editions in the first 120 years. And these are three of those editions printed between 1580 and 1604. And these are in Latin. It will not be translated and published in English until 1928. And this is a copy that is in 1928. To try to make sense why this happened, you have to understand what was going on in Europe in the 15th century. Well, they were grappling with social, religious, and political upheavals. You had the Black Plague. You had all of these wars. And then you had a priest who felt that witches weren't being dealt with severely enough. And so he wrote a book called Malleus Maleficarum. That's how it got its start. Now, it's divided into three parts. And the three parts, this is literally a 1,000-page witch hunting guide. The first part is the theological justification. The middle part is for identifying the witches and identifying and how to break spells, and the third part is taking them to trial. It literally tells all the steps need to be done to convict a witch, and it even has the methods for using torture. This was a very depraved book and very misogynistic because realistically about 95% of the people who were accused of witchcraft were women. Tens of thousands of people were put to death who were accused of witchcraft. Now, if that wasn't bad enough, by the time you get to the late 1500s, you have King James. He felt that witches were trying to kill him. And he felt that they conjured up a storm that tried to kill him. And so he was brutal in going after the witches. And so he is the one who wrote this book here called Demonology. And I'm going to show you right here, in fact, right there, Demonology. It's broken into three parts. The first, second, and third books of Demonology. This one is Demonology in the form of a dialogue, a description of magic, especially. And then we go to the second book, and it is a description of sorcery and witchcraft. And the third book is a description of all kinds of spirits that troubled men or women, and it's a conclusion. But those are the three books of Demonology written by James I, who was King James. So I told you how Malleus Maleficarum is divided into three parts. The first part that uses the theological justification, it emphasizes the depravity of witches, claiming that they renounce God, worship demons, and cause harm through spells. It asserts that women are more susceptible to witchcraft due to their supposed moral and physical weakness, citing Eve's original sin, vanity and insatiable lust. Part 2, the practices of witchcraft. And this is where it details how witches allegedly cast spells, cause storms, induce sterility, or sacrifice infants in satanic rituals. And it describes these supposed demonic interactions, including copulation with devils, incubi and succubi, and the attendance at witches' sabbaths. And this goes into detail. And in here, it actually offers remedies to counter witchcraft, such as amulets or exorcisms. And it includes lurid antidotes drawn from Kramer's interrogations. Kramer's the guy who put this together to illustrate witches' crimes. And it contributed to the fear-mongering that was used to punish witches. Now, part 3 was the legal part. It provided a step-by-step guide on how to prosecute witches. And it advocated for the torture to extract confessions. In fact, it even says in here that you can tell a witch that she'll be set free if she just confesses to being a witch. And often they say, okay, I'm a witch. And they go, okay, now we have to put you to death. It's just insane, the methods that were used by this. And it recommends death as the primary punishment, using the Bible where it says the sorcerer should be put to death. I think it's crazy that you can have a book that caused so much evil here to look at and read through. Now, some people have said you should burn those books, but we're told that if we, get rid of history, we burn history, we don't teach it, history tends to repeat itself. So I think now's a good time to tell you to like, comment, and subscribe. And if this is an area you would like to do a deeper dive into, tell us in the comments, and I'll be happy to do that.